Okay, 10.1 is exponents. I want you to write down the title, write down the date, and write down these vocabulary words. I want you to write all of this down. Okay, we're going to work some problems together. I want you to write down these examples. Let's do number 2 first. All we're doing is rewriting these. It's a very short way to write a long multiplication problem sometimes. So number 4, our base is going to be 4 because that's what's being multiplied over and over again. And then how many are there? There are 3, so that's going to be our exponent. Number 3, 6, there's only one of them, so we just write one of them, and then since there's only one, our exponent is 1. Number 4, what is the number that's being multiplied over and over again? Even if it's only twice. It's still 1/8. And then how many are there? There's 2. Now we're going to put parentheses around these because it's the 1 and the 8 that's being multiplied, not just the 1. If you left off parentheses, if you just did that, then that would mean 1 times 1 over 8. And we want everything to be multiplied by itself twice, so we put parentheses around it. And then number 5, our base is going to be 5 because that's what's being repeated. And then how many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's 5 to the 6th power. Okay, so here you are going to find the value of each power. Okay, so I'm going to come down here and work it. 3 to the 4th power means 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. Okay, and you don't have to multiply it in order. You can do it like this. This is a little time-saving hint. 3 times 3 is 9, 3 times 3 is 9, and 9 times 9 is 81. Number 7, you can either write all these out, or you can just know that 1 times itself 9 times is going to be equal to not 9, but 1. And then we have to figure out how many, or like if it's negative or positive. And I'm going to tell you a hint, but I'm going to show you why it works first. Okay, a negative times a negative is a positive, times a negative, positive times a negative is a negative. A negative times a negative is a positive. Positive times a negative is a negative. Negative times a negative is a positive. Positive times a negative is a negative. Negative times a negative is a positive. And a positive times a negative is a negative. It came out negative. Anytime you're multiplying a negative number over and over again like that, if there's an odd number of them, then it's going to end up being negative. If there's an even number of them, it's going to end up being positive. Okay, number 8. That's 2/5 to the 3rd power. So the top and the bottom are being taken 3 times itself 3 times. So 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times 2 is 8. And then 5 times 5 is 25. and 25 times 5 is 125. And then this last one, notice how different it is from number 7. On number 7, the negative 1 was in parentheses, but on number 9, the negative 12 is not in parentheses. So that means the opposite of 12 times 12. So 12 times 12 is 144, and the opposite of that is negative 144. So you're going to go ahead and write down these examples also. Number 2 says use an exponent to write each expression. We're not solving it, we're just writing it. So what's being multiplied over and over again? The 6. And how many are there? 3. So it's 6 cubed. Okay, sometimes when we have to the third power, we'll say cubed, because a cube is 3D, length, width, and height. Okay, so 6 cubed. Number 3, the number that's being repeated is 10. And then how many are there? There's 7 of them, so that's 10 to the 7th power. Number 4, the number that's being multiplied is 3/4. How many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Remember to put parentheses around it because we want both the numerator and denominator to be multiplied. And then number 5, the number being multiplied is 7/9. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 of those. Okay, let's do a few of these examples. Number 8, and we're finding the value. That means what that equals. 10 to the 3rd power, really super easy. I'm going to show you. Just put a 1, and then if there's the exponent of 3, you're going to put 3 zeros. So that equals 1,000. Okay, what else might be confusing on here? Number 12, you're going to multiply 8 tenths times 8 tenths. So now we're having to remember how to multiply decimals. Okay, 8 times 8 is 64. Ugh, what am I doing? 64. 8 times 0 is 0 plus 6. Okay, and then how many decimal numbers are there? There's this one and this one. What were we doing? We were putting boxes around them. That's 2, so we need 2 in our answer, and there it is. Okay, guys, so we're going back to some other little rules that we had from previous lessons. 0.64, 64 hundredths. Okay, number 13. We did 5 times 5 times 5 earlier, which was 125. Okay, now let's see where the decimal goes. Okay, I'm going to put a box around our decimal numbers. Remember how we started at the decimal and we went around the numbers? So that's 3 numbers in the decimal places, or 3 decimal numbers. So I'll need to make sure I have 3 in my answer. Okay, number 15, 8 to the 0 power. Remember, anything to the 0 power is equal to 1. Look at number 17, same thing there. That's going to equal 1. Number 18, we have an odd number for our exponent, and our base is negative, so that means our answer is going to be negative. And 2 times 2 times 2 was 8. Okay, remember these little rules, and when you're working these on your dashboard, I want you to have your paper in front of you, and I want you actually multiplying them out on paper, not in your head.